My feeling is that the game was very boring. This is my feeling. Practically without chances, precision, both teams finished completely dead. Obviously, we didn't train, only two training sessions, but I told from the first day that I don't want excuses, and then the best thing is that the effort of the players, and the other thing is that we didn't concede. Some good performance, and another players that they need to improve, but it's normal because it's very early, and some of them finish very tired.
Am I audible? Hi coach. So we just obviously, as you said, the team did not get long to train and just 2 training sessions. But just your personal thoughts on because we have seen how you shape teams. The wing play is very effective, and the final. I mean, you basically the final balls inside the box. That's where your team is the most dangerous. So today, your thoughts on the final ball not being up to the mark.
Yes. It's true that in some moments, especially in the right side with Chante and Asish in the first half, we created some chances, not in the left. But it's true that in the moment that Asish or the winger crossed, practically maybe Mambir was in the box, but no, the other winger didn't arrive, the attacking midfielder or didn't arrive. Then okay, we can play, but finally, if you don't arrive to the box, it's difficult, no? And obviously, I cannot criticize nothing in terms of attitude. I think everyone gave his 100%, and obviously, it's a good game to show how we can improve.
Just a small follow-up question. Any update on Roshan? He was not in the squad today.
Yeah, was with little discomfort in the I don't know if it was in the last game, and preventive, because if it's a game, official game, he could play, but we don't want to risk now with the players, and this is another good news, no injuries in this moment, and all the players will be available for the next game.
Mr. Marquez, you started with a midfield trio of Jigson, Apuya and Thapa. Were you happy with the way they played off the ball, or the way they shielded your defenders, or even the way they created transitions from defense to attack?
No, in fact, I told in my press conference that we need to find the correct team. Then I wanted to see, to check, to watch how these guys, that they are very good players in different teams, but very good players, how they manage the situation. Against Syria, we will watch another players, and again, we need to find. It's not about to find the best players; it's to find the correct societies in the team. No? For example, Suresh played very good the minutes that he played today with a lot of personality. Then this kind of players is the players that the national team needs.
One more question. The Mauritius head coach recently spoke about how they prepared very hard to prevent attacks from India's wings coming in. Do you think your wingers could have done better? I think you've already answered that before to some extent.
Yeah.
But how effective were your fullbacks? How good was Jay Gupta in particular?
Jay Gupta didn't play a good game. In fact, he's a centre back. He's not a left back. He's a centre back. In FC Goa is playing centre back. He will play centre back. But it's difficult. Again, I told everyone that the first list was a little tricky because we don't know exactly how the players are, and then I more or less I answered your former question about Naurem Roshan, that he is a left back. And Suasis goes that will play against Syria. Then it's dangerous to play 90 and 90 now in this moment of the season, despite they have to play because the competition is very close. And that's all. I think that in the right side, in the first minutes, Assis started little shy with fear, but with the pass of the minutes, he was brave. He arrived he created 2-3 crosses in the box. But as you say, no, we need to arrive with more players. But obviously, it's difficult that in 2-3 days the strange thing would be that we play a fantastic game. This is more normal, and again, this is not. I'm not criticizing. I'm telling my opinion. It's a good point from this game to grow. I'm not speaking about the scores. Even if we score in the last minute, or if Mauricio scored in the last minute, my speech would be the same.
So from this game, tell us, if you have a broad idea as to where the team has to improve, and you spoke about finding the right combination of players. Did you find any right combinations from this game?
I think that the one position that India is okay because is the centre backs. Today, for me, Rahul and Sana, they play a very good game. And we have some days, we have Gorali, we have Meta, we have more players, not now in the national team, that I think this position is, even that in ISL all teams play with one foreign centre back, or most of the teams play with one foreign centre back. I think that in this position, for example, the society they play together in Bengaluru, the society between Rahul Beke and Sana maybe was one of the best things today.
Last question, please.
Coach, I have my question in two parts. First, you said you are looking for combination. Where does Amrinder fits in that, since he started today? And is he your first choice for now?
Today, yes.
And what about other
Next game, another goalkeeper will play.
And my next question: how is the transition so far?
Oh.
How is the transition so far? Being at the ISL club and then now at the Indian Football League.
I know that you will ask. This will be the typical question of the season, and I know because today FC Goa qualified for the final without me means that I am not the reason that FC Goa is a good team. Is not the first, won't be the last time that this happened in football. It's not very common. It's true. In India it was more common because some coaches in the national team, they were in clubs. But again, I can share. Another thing is, I don't know what will happen. More or less because my experience, maybe if Goa is working and national team no, they will say, it's focus only Goa. If it's the opposite, they will say the opposite. But finally, don't be focused in this kind of aspects and be focused in improve the national team that we are now here and the club when we are in Goa.